Andrew, congratulations on the award of Grower of the Year. We've just had the field day out at your property. What were the key things that people looked at on the day?
We had a very interesting day, Adam. We certainly looked at the background philosophy on this farm of integrated pest management, and it's a lot of the stuff about looking at biodiversity inherited in our remnant bushlands and also in our planted bushlands. This led to the really positive outcomes of actually having zero sprays for the last 2 years. So we're quite happy with that. It certainly hasn't impacted on yield, and it hasn't impacted on fibre quality at all. So that philosophy behind us has been superb.
Can you tell us a little bit about your mother's work, regenerating some of the native bushland on the property?
Well, that's right. We front 22 k's of the Namoi River, and a lot of that had been degraded by cattle accessing the river for watering purposes. So we've fenced all that off. We've done a lot of regenerative work of planting native grasses and trees, and also just letting it naturally regenerate. But then you have to manage that as well. And so there's been a series of crash grazing instances where we've managed to look at it that way. But it's meant we've got native species on there, we've got a lot less erosion. We've actually taken out all the willows in that 22 kilometres of river, and it's just a much healthier river environment. We don't have the sediment flow out of our area of the river. We just wish we could get the whole river like that.
And you've also done some very exciting work on water use efficiency. Can you tell us where that's started and where it's led to?
It's funny enough, I started out with a goal to actually to increase our yields, and in terms of managing our water, we're not doing too much different under the sun. We're just maximising what we do, and we've probably been able to reduce our water use by over 40% on average, just through looking at the way we irrigate, using furrow irrigation, irrigating within a 12-hour time frame, irrigating when the plant needs it, using soil capacitance probes, looking at holding our residual moisture over winter for poor planting. So there's a lot of things, but it's certainly led to a decrease in water use and an increase in yield. So just focusing on what we do and trying to do it as well as we can.
So in terms of bales per megalitre, where do you think you're sort of sitting at the moment?
Well, we used to sit, probably 9 years ago, we sat on about the industry average, which is about 1.1 bales per megalitre. This year I'm hopeful we'll be somewhere in the region of 3 bales per megalitre.
And as far as gross margins of crops on the farm, what's giving the best return? I saw you had some data in the handout there today.
Yes, we've done a bit of work on benchmarking work, and while our yields are maybe 0.6 of a bale behind the average in our benchmarking group, it's actually costing us $700 per hectare less to grow that. So we're certainly focusing on our gross margins for that.
Andrew, are you able to say what those gross margins per hectare for the major crops are?
Oh, sure. Listen, our personal gross margins here, we're looking at about a $3,000 gross margin on cotton, and that's with about $2,700 per hectare costs, and that incorporates everything, labour, fuel. I believe some of the industry focuses now on between $3,000 and $3,300. So the focus of keeping our inputs down, but really focusing on our water management, has been the best outcome for us.